Hello students, let's continue with the discussion of our chapter Monitoring Pollution. The specific objective of today's topic is water pollution. Students, water pollution is defined as the contamination of water bodies. Water pollution occurs when pollutants are directly or indirectly discharged into water bodies without adequate treatment to remove harmful compounds. Now students, let's discuss the causes of water pollution. There are three general causes of water pollution. It can be industrial effluents, it can be home waste or agriculture waste. Now let's talk about industrial waste first, students. Some industrial facilities generate ordinary domestic sewage that can be treated by municipal facilities. But some other industries generate wastewater with high concentration of conventional pollutants. Example, oil, grease and other types of toxic pollutants too, that is heavy metals, volatile organic compounds. So that causes water pollution. Next cause of water pollution is the waste which is generated at home. Students, that is termed as sewage. Sewage is the term used for waste water that often contains fecal matter, urine and laundry waste. Students, there are billions of people on earth, so treating sewage is a big priority. Sewage disposal is a major problem in developing countries as many of the people in these areas don't have an access to sanitary conditions and clean water. So that causes water pollution. Another cause of water pollution is agricultural waste. Students, most of the agricultural runoff and chemical fertilizers used in farming end up in the water bodies. These materials are poisonous to most of the aquatic life and can make them infertile and eventually cause death. So it is a major cause of water pollution. Let's discuss some of the other causes of water pollution too. Water pollution can be caused by oil spill, oil pollution, nuclear waste, wastewater, household waste, as we have discussed as sewage waste, industrial waste, we have discussed water table, use of pesticides, intensive farming, animal dung and septic tank. Students, next topic for the day is indicators of water quality, which includes turbidity of water, dissolved oxygen in water, temperature of water, pH of water, nitrates present in water and bioindicators. So let's start with the discussion of indicators of water quality in detail. First is turbidity. Turbidity is the measure of the degree to which water loses its transparency due to presence of suspended particulates. You can see the picture here which is explaining turbidity nicely. This is water with low turbidity as it is transparent, and as the pollutants are being entering into the water, you can see the turbidity is increasing since its transparency is decreasing. Some causes of increased turbidity. First is increased levels of phytoplankton, that is aquatic plants. Next is sediment from erosion. Third is resuspended sediments from the bottom. Fourth is waste discharge. Fifth, algae growth. And the last one is urban runoff. Now a question arises, what are the results of high turbidity? Students, high turbidity increases the absorption of sunlight, thus making the water warmer. Warmer water has lower levels of dissolved oxygen, causing fish and larvae to die. Next is dissolved oxygen. Dissolved oxygen is the amount of oxygen dissolved in the water. It is measured in parts per million, that is ppm, or milligrams per liter, that is mg per liter. Students, each aquatic animal has got its different dissolved oxygen needs. Dissolved oxygen is essential for a healthy aquatic ecosystem. Fish and aquatic animals need oxygen dissolved in water to survive. Next water indicator is pH. Students, pH is the measurement of hydrogen ion concentration in water and is commonly used to describe the acid or base balance of water. A pH of 7 represents that water is neutral. A pH number between 0 to 7 is acidic and pH number between 7 to 14 is basic. Next is bioindicators. Students, macroinvertebrates found living in water that are sensitive to pollution. These are the organisms or chemical markers or biological processes whose change points to altered environmental conditions. Next is students, eutrophication. Eutrophication is the addition of excess nutrients such as nitrates and phosphates to water. The main source of these excess nutrients is fertilizers, the chemical fertilizers which are being sprayed on the plants, and at the end they are reaching to the water bodies, contaminating the water bodies. These nutrients promote excessive growth of algae also. Now when there is an excessive growth of algae, that defines eutrophication. As the algae die and decompose, high levels of organic matter and the decomposing organisms reduce the level of dissolved oxygen in water, which is resulting in eutrophication. Another important topic which comes under water pollution is that what is BOD and what is COD. BOD term refers to biological oxygen demand. It is amount of oxygen required for bacteria to decompose organic matter. That means it is a measure of the quantity of oxygen which will be used by microorganisms in the oxidation of organic matter. Now next is what is COD. That is amount of oxygen required to chemically oxidize both matter to water and carbon dioxide. That is, it is a measure of the capacity of water to consume oxygen during the decomposition of organic matter and the oxidation of inorganic chemicals such as ammonia and nitrite. Next is students, differences between BOD and COD. Students, BOD measures biodegradable organics, whereas COD measures biodegradable and non-biodegradable organics present in water. BOD uses oxidizing microorganism, whereas in COD we use a strong chemical agent, that is potassium dichromate in combination with boiling sulfuric acid. Students, BOD is affected by toxic substances, whereas COD is not affected by toxic substances present in water. BOD is affected by temperature of water, whereas COD is not affected by temperature of water. The incubation period is 5 days for BOD. That means it takes 5 days for BOD testing, whereas the process of COD completes up in 2.5 hours. So the accuracy of biological oxygen demand is more as comparative to the accuracy of COD, as BOD is restricted to measure biodegradable organics present in water. This is all for today, students. Thank you.